it's kind of funny to think about, like, how dancing was kind of a big thing for couples to do. I mean, it was kind of a way to, it was kind of a metaphor for sex a little bit back in those days. We're like, are you gonna ask her to dance? And dancing was a big thing. Nowadays, it's just like, it's basically simulated sex. Like, there's no secret about motivation behind it. Yeah, I mean, even parents are like, oh yeah, son, go out there, slap her ass, show her what you're working with. Get down and boogie.
That was then, or that is now?
That's now. Like, now there's just, it's like, yeah, like, get out there and grind with her, son. Yeah, get your pelvis into it. There you go.
Yeah, let her know you're not they, you're he.
Yeah, this ain't no sock hop, son. Now let's go to the hop.
Son, don't get nervous if it's erect at the hop. It's normal. You should be worried if it's not.
Rockin', you can roll it, do the stomp, and even stroll it at the hop.
Yeah, you can shake it, you can bake it, you can really start to rake it at the hop.
Where the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. Yeah, get your pelvis into it.
Do the dance sensations out of sweeping the nation at the hop. You can swing and you can groove and you can really start to move it at the hop. Well, the jockey is the smoothest and the music is the coolest at the hop. All the cats and the chicks can get their kicks at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop, oh baby. Let's go to the hop.
Chantilly lace, and the Big Bopper.
Hello, baby. Yeah, this is the Big Bopper speaking. Oh, you sweet thing. Do I want? Will I want? Oh, baby, you know what I like.
He's talking to some girl on the phone and you don't get to hear what she's saying, but it's obviously suggesting making out or something, or I'm going to nibble your ear, or let's go park somewhere, or like, and then he gets that, like, he's got the devil in him. Oh, baby, that's what I like.
It's true. I think there's actually a fair amount of female empowerment to that song that, you wouldn't find in a lot of other songs, because we don't know what she's saying. But clearly she's calling the shots. She's got the money, right? And
right.
He's just like, oh yeah, woo, all right, thank you.
Like, will I what? Oh my God, yeah. You're gonna get some action. Filling in those blanks, like.
Now welcome to On the Other End of the Phone with the Big Bopper.
Will I what? Will I what? No, I won't. That's disgusting. Will I what? No, now that I like. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, that's something I like. Oh, yeah. You get Jerry Lee Lewis involved, marrying his 13-year-old cousin. That was fine. That was just fine.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right? Keeping it in the family, He wanted somebody he could really trust.
Will I what? I mean, I think in the movie.
Will I what? No, you're not. You're not of age. You're my first cousin. No, baby, that's not what I like.
Like a girl, oh baby, that's what I like. What's that, honey? Pick you up at 8, and don't be late. But baby, I ain't got no money, honey. Oh, all right, honey, you know what I like. Chantilly lace and a pretty face, ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in the walk and a giggle in the song. Lord, made the world go round, ain't There's nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny. Make me spend my money, make me feel real loose, like a long-necked goose and like a girl. Oh, baby, that's what I like!
You know, you gotta get out there and live. You know, today's the first day of the rest of your life, the rest of your dating life.
Man, I wish there were more community centers and scavenger hunts to set up when I was a teenager.
You love her with all your heart. Chapter 2, you tell her. You never, 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 never ever gonna part. In chapter 3, remember the meaning of romance. In chapter 4, you break up, but you give her just one more chance. Oh, I wonder, wonder who wrote the book of love? Baby, 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 I love you, yes I do. And it says so in this book of love. Ours is the one that's true. Wonder, wonder who wrote the book of love?
Okay, it's time to talk about the kind of music that was king 70 years ago. Yes, we're talking doo-wop.
Oh yeah, the doo-wop era. That's definitely some doo-wop stuff where, you know, the vocal groups and they made a lot of sounds and like made up words and stuff to match the music. Dang 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 ding 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 blue moon.
Oh, yeah. If you had to put, you know, a bumper sticker on the 1950s, you could just say Ram-a-Lama Ding Dong forever, right?
And shaboom shaboom. Yada da 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 da. I remember they got the song Shaboom. I remember they used that song, but it was for a ham commercial, like in the 80s or 70s. Like they had dancing cans of ham.
Enjoy juicy lean Dubuque hams, canned or smoked, remarkably delicious. Dubuque, Dubuque. Dubuque, Dubuque. Dubuque.
Mr. President, this is Tad from Big 90s Guys. You wanted to speak to me?
Did you see the post this morning?
Yes, I read the post. I assume you're referring to Matt's incident at the Air Force Base.
That Air Force has caused itself more grief with that silly bastard.
Matt? A silly bastard?
See that fella's picture by the bed?
Yeah, you look pretty relaxed.
And you see that furniture they bought from Jordan Marsh?
Yeah, Matt's pretty particular about furniture. He's been bragging about that Jordan Marsh endorsement deal to reporters all over town.
What the hell do they let the reporters in there for?
He says Air Force bedrooms get lonely.
Are they crazy up there?
Yes, sir, they are crazy up there.
Now you know what's going to do. Any congressman's going to get up and say, Christ, if they can throw $5,000 away on this, let's cut them another $1 billion.
Hey, Matt said he got a great deal on the furniture.
You just sank the Air Force budget.
Me? I wasn't even there. That silly bastard didn't even invite me.
You're crazy up there. Are they crazy?
Yeah, Mr. President, I told you they're crazy.
That silly bastard with his picture next to the bed?
Can't believe Matt didn't invite me. I am appalled.
Well, I'm appalled, too.
Understood, sir.
Talk to him. I want to find out if we pay for that furniture because I want it to go back to Jordan Marsh's.
Furniture? Back to Jordan Marsh's? Check.
For Colonel Carlson, who let in Larry Newman and those reporters, is he crazy, too?
Carlson? Hell yeah, he's crazy.
Christ, they're not all incompetent. Is that the way they're throwing money around over there?
Of course, no, they're not all incompetent. That reminds me, Matt owes me $50. I'm going to look into it.
You better look into it, and especially when you told me that they hadn't spent a cent.
I will look into it, sir.
Well, this is obviously a fuck-up.
Yes, Mr. President, a fuck-up indeed. Do you have the number for Jordan Marsh's?
You're crazy up there. Are they crazy?
Yes, they are. And speaking of crazy, Big 90s Guys is on YouTube with incredible video, audio content that'll have you listening to things like John F. Kennedy complaining about the furniture at the Air Force Base in 1963.
Well, this is obviously a fuck up.
As you know, as a matter of fact, there's like a current commercial out there. Speaking of oldies and commercials, there's a current commercial out there. I can't remember what the product is, but they use the song "I Only Have Eyes for You," which is by the Flamingos, I think, and it's like, it's so funny. I mean, the song is like 60 years old. Yeah, like at least 60 years old, but they still use it. I think it could be for a senior dating service or something like that. Senior dating.
Hey, I've senior dating. I saw the video. Get that tennis racket and go to that scavenger hunt. You're gonna marry that broad.
But they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you.
All right, we're looking to take requests right now. The third caller, we're going to give you a Bobby Sock milkshake if you can call and tell us the answer to this question. Who was president in 1952 and why?
It's a legend at one point during the Vietnam War that Jerry Mathers died in action in Vietnam.
At the end of 1969, rumors of Mathers passing in Vietnam caught on. The root of these rumors? A certain Private J. Mathers was killed in Vietnam, and the Associated Press and United Press International mixed up the two Mathers and reported the star of Leave It to Beaver had died.
And Jerry Mathers, and Jerry Mathers, and Jerry Mathers, and Jerry Mathers, and Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
I wonder if he actually ever served time or anything like that.
He served no, you did hard time. Oh, gee, Beav. I mean, you didn't have to hit him that hard. I mean, once he was down, kicking him in the face over and over.
On account of it's good stuff. Oh, gee, Wally. A funny clip, if we can find it, is where they're talking about Beaver wasn't invited to a party, and Ward is like, "What's a party without Beaver?"
Papa, 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 hum, ma, ma, papa, hum, ma, ma, papa, hum, ma, 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 papa, hum, 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 ma, ma, papa, funniest sound I ever heard. Papa, hum, ma, ma, papa, hum, ma, ma, papa, I couldn't understand a single word. Is he serious or is he playing? Oh, mama, is all he saying, Papa. I said, hey there, wonder what's your name? And don't you dare tell me the same old way. The words you sang I can't figure out, but you've got a sound make me snowman shout, Papa. Papa hum ma ma, papa hum ma ma, papa hum ma ma ma, papa hum 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 ma ma. And I hear this sound everywhere I go. Around this TV and the radio. And now it's spreading out over the land. I still can't seem to understand, Papa.
I'm afraid you're going to have to explain yourself.
Gee, Dad, I hated him. Besides, he was always calling me a bum.
Beaver, after all I told you about taking the law into your own hands? June, call the police.
Boy, Dad!
Wally, he's just going to have to learn his lesson. Maybe 35 years in the slammer will teach the Beaver something.
Boy, Wally, life stinks.
Yeah, but so do you, Beaver.
Yeah. Thanks, Wally.
The camel people have now sent more than 190 million gift camels to servicemen, servicewomen, and veterans.
C-A-M-E-L, yes.
Is that amazing?
Well, yeah, I mean, back in the day, you know, that was part of the normal soldier ration. That was part of your ration pack. You got a pack of cigarettes. My grandma was a Marine, and she smoked when she was in the Marines because they gave them cigarettes, you know. Camels, satisfy your T-zone.
This one really gets down to not just the T-zone, but the ringing endorsements.
Oh, cartons of camels are sure to please. Besides, they look so handsome under Christmas trees. So easy to give, so good to get. Give camels the nation's favorite cigarette. Ho, ho, ho.
It's kind of a joke. You know what the old man gave me for my 18th birthday? A carton of cigarettes.
I think what people forget is it's not just that cigarette commercials were on TV, but they were marketed with a health slant. You know,
right.
The doctor said after 30 days of Camel cigarettes, there was no throat irritation at all.
Now, Willie Hoppy, how mild can a cigarette be?
Well, I've been smoking Camels for 20 years. I know they're mild and they really taste great.
Yes, Camels are so mild that in a test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. But prove for yourself how mild a cigarette can be. Test Camels for 30 days in your T-zone. Let your taste and throat tell you about Camel's flavor and mildness.
Take a puff. It's springtime. And in the softness of Salem, there's the
right? Like,
taste of
they should might as well show the doctor smoking and be like, yeah, these are great. They're good for you.
Ask and you are probably going to receive.
In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
I mean, this is just how smarmy and indirect and deceitful commercials were in the 50s, you know, because even that commercial didn't try to say doctors say that they're okay, you know.
Right.
They're like, we're gonna let you make the correlation between physicians, you know, people who care about physical health, and Camel cigarettes. We'll let you decide that they go together. We're not going to say they are healthy, but doctors do smoke them. Oh, yes, they do.
Right.
Such assholes.
Smoke Raleigh cigarettes.
Fee, fee, fi, fi, fo, fo, fum. I smell smoke in the auditorium. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
That's him on his knees. I know that's him. Yelling 7,11 down in the boys' gym. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, he's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Who's always writing on the wall? Who's always goofing in the hall? Who's always throwing spitballs? Guess who?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
everybody always picking on me?
Walks in the classroom, cool and slow. Who calls the English teacher daddy? Oh, Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. He's a clown. I said Charlie Brown. He's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Big 90s guys.